we're live with AirPlay 21.
Welcome, AirPlay 2021. These years are going by so fast. We've been doing this a while, huh, Rach?
Oh, yes. Yes, we have.
Producer, thank you, Rachel Love, and thank you for the beautiful notes of Joe Eisen. And welcome to Women's History Month, right? And for Women's History Month, we have our queen of the West Coast, Shirley King. And we have a new actress today, Christy, my wonderful co-host, Christy Donahue. Can you please tell us all about that?
Absolutely. Today we'll be doing It's a Jungle Out There, written by Shirley King and performed by Padmini Sukumaran. Shirley King's plays and monologues have been produced in the US, the UK, Canada, Scotland, and Korea. She is a member of the Dramatists Guild and the International Center for Women Playwrights. Padmini has been training in acting and performing for several years. She has recently started to embrace the therapeutic benefit of drama. And so now she is rediscovering herself as both a person and actress, while she gives wholeheartedly to drama. As for the play, Kate thinks she needs a good lawyer. But is that really what will help her move forward? After all, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And now we give you It's a Jungle Out There.
Six months ago, driving along, minding my own business, right, when this woman in a clunker gets way too busy checking her phone and totals my car with me in it. Guess what? She's fine. Me, not so much. What I've got has a name: lumbar spinal fracture. The upside? I'm in excruciating pain, yes, but my brain still works. Yay! Downside? I'm no longer employed. When I call the office, they say, sorry, I can't work from home. They need me to stroll down the hall, picking up papers here and there to send to customers. Huh? Haven't they ever heard of email? Besides, I am not up to strolling. Right now, I can't even vacuum my own carpet, and those dust bunnies are starting to beg for carrots. I call again and again. Finally, my boss rambles on with, can't quite remember, something about taking the first step. Yeah, right. Like he would know. Look, there's no reason I can't provide customer service from home. All it takes is a computer and a phone. He'll get back to me, he says. He never does. My brother Joe finally agrees to find a physical therapist who makes house calls. He doesn't get how scared I am. I mean, it's a jungle out there. Drivers are insane. Talk about short fuses. Honk once and they're ready to take you out. And I don't mean dancing. Anyway, Joe does my grocery shopping and even delivers. So I can I said almost, forgive him for putting frogs down my neck when we were kids. Dr. Mason says I should start trying to take a few steps. Sure. When hell freezes over and hamsters fly. Doesn't he know I'm in serious pain? And top it off, just when I finally try to get a good night's sleep, that darn cat next door starts yowling his heart out. Well, this has got to stop right now. But when I call his people, there's no answer. So I phone Betty Henderson 2 doors down. Uh-oh. Seems the Carters moved away last week, leaving Mugwump. She thinks they either couldn't find him or didn't bother. When I look through the window, there's Mugwump perched on my front porch. Mugwump? What kind of name is that for a cat? I've never been a cat person, but this guy is gorgeous. Beautiful gray fur and yellow eyes. I know this because he keeps blinking at me. Dragging myself to the door to open it just a crack, I declare I'm not calling him Mugwump. How about Kitty? No, too generic. I know, Oliver, because he looks like an Oliver. Case closed. When he rubs up against the door, I tell him, no way are you getting in. I've got enough problems. But he really does look hungry, so I call Joe and ask him to buy cat food. At first, Joe thinks my disability has drastically changed my diet, but I convince him otherwise, and he promises to deliver. Soon I tell him, please. When Joe arrives, Oliver manages to skitter past him into my front room. What? This will never do. Getting sandbagged by a needy cat is totally not on my agenda. But, well, he's here, so I might as well feed him with Joe's help. Joe says if I'm adopting a cat, I better have him checked out by a veterinarian. Oh no, I'm not leaving this house, I remind him. Okay, then he'll take Oliver to the animal shelter. No, not the animal shelter. We negotiate. Joe agrees to drive me and Oliver to a veterinarian, drop us off, and then return when I call. What? Doesn't he know I can barely move? Up to you, Katie, he says. Isolate yourself because you're disabled, or start trying to get better. Right. Easy for him to say. He can still walk. But when Oliver starts purring and rubbing against my walker, I can't help feeling pleased, especially when I manage to remain uptight. I think this cat likes me. Or maybe he just likes being inside where it's warm and he gets fed. Either way, this might work out. Okay, Joe, you win. Go find a cat carrier and make the appointment. But you better be able to get me in and out of your Honda. Oh, and one more thing. Drive carefully. And then, dear brother, find a good attorney. One who helps me get my job back. There's no reason on God's green earth I can't do customer service from home. "You're back," Joe says, and all it took was a cat. Actually, all it took was a reason for me to stop being scared. I've got a long way to go, but like my boss said, what was that he said? Oh, I know. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Hey, I remembered. Yay. Okay, watch my dust, but not for long. Next week, if all goes well, who knows? I might even vacuum.